Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for Up Next every Thursday. Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes, Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, you will find us. Davie, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We're a little tired.
Speak for yourself. I'm quite perky.
You're quite chipper.
I'm quite chipper.
You got an iced
Got
coffee?
my iced Americano. Every time I go there, like, I always get the same. Iced Americano, extra shot.
Wow.
A double shot, as John Wayne would say.
Wow, look at you.
And every time they're like, so you realise you're getting, like, 2 of these?
Oh.
Did I stutter? Give me my coffee.
Yeah, I would imagine people would be cool. Like, I never go to Starbucks. But the other day I was with a friend and she's like, I want Starbucks. And I was like, you know what? I'm getting a Frappuccino. And when do I ever do that? That doesn't fit my demeanor. And I said, hi, can I get a large Frappuccino? And they're like, you mean venti or whatever? I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just give me the Frappuccino. And I said, can you put an extra shot in it? And they're like, shot of what? And I was like, espresso. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I know what I want. I know what I want in my body, and it's caffeine to keep me alive. I feel like PCO, but it's caffeine.
I mean, quite often my closing shifts, if I know I'm going in and about to do a 10, 11-hour shift, I'll get, like, a large red eye, which is
that's
coffee with espresso in it.
Red eye's my coffee order. That's what I order.
And often they're, like, looking at you. It's like, I'm not downing this in the next... This coffee is going to last me for the next
little while.
8 hours of my shift to get me through.
A little sippy here, a little sippy there.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna... I mean, sometimes I'll chug a whole coffee right away. If I know I have a 10-hour shift in its beginning.
I like those nitros as well. They're good.
Now, what the hell's a nitro?
Like they're not in every coffee shop, but like there's like nitrogen in it, so it's all. It looks like Guinness.
Oh,
like they pour it from a tap.
Yes, it's the fancy coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would that be on a Patreon? The nitro. Although it means different things in the world of wrestling. So the nitro.
Yeah.
That's a good. They could make money off that. The nitro coffee. I don't have a coffee. I should have made myself a green tea.
Yeah.
Feeling really zen this morning.
Oh, nice.
Not really. No. I
mean, you look kind of it. You've got your, like, bald head going on. You're cross-legged. You're wearing an I'm Your Papi t-shirt.
It's the greatest. I think this is my favorite wrestling shirt of all time.
Yeah?
The Eddie Guerrero I'm Your Papi. I think it's literally my favorite. The other day, maybe you'll understand. I started a new job like a few months ago, right? And you know when you start that new job as a wrestling fan, you got to fish out the new coworkers.
Who you can chat about.
Yeah, you got to see, right? So far, nothing. Nada, zip. I mentioned to people I was at WrestleMania. You know, maybe that would catch someone, right?
Yeah.
Nothing. No one. I go into work the other day, and a guy turns around in a chair. John Cena shirt.
Oh, no.
I go, got him. I got this son of a bitch. I go, nice shirt. You watch Money in the Bank? He's like, oh, you watch? I go, yeah. And then I take off my jacket, Edge and Christian shirt. And he's like, whoa, what? Oh, I'm like, yep, did we just become best friends? Yep. All right, cool. We'll discuss Money in the Bank at a later date.
So, I was at my favourite bar the other night, Wide Open.
Yes.
Cheap plug for them.
Yeah.
And I went in right at the end, just for last call, just finished my shift. And there's this regular there called John. And he'd clearly had a few.
Right.
I learned he's been there since the bar opened that day, which was 4 o'clock. Like, he was waiting outside before they opened.
Okay, nice.
And, you know, sometimes, like, non-wrestling fans find out you like wrestling.
Oh, I hate it.
And they'll try and bring it up with you.
Especially at parties and in front of multiple people. And I'm like, not now.
And it's very odd. So anyway, I'm just wanting to chill. I just want to, like, be on my phone, have a drink, go home. And he comes up and he's like, David! I'm like, hi. He goes, Macho Man Randy Savage. Greatest of all time. I'm like, sorry? Like, no context at all. Just straight up. Macho Man Randy Savage. Greatest of all time. No one can beat him. I was like, I'm just humouring him. I know he's like, yeah, no, like, definitely in the conversation. He's up there.
I would say.
I was like, I mean, like, you got your Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. Sure, Ric Flair's good. he's scared of Randy Savage. It's like, where has this come from? And then you told me yesterday that someone asked Meltzer on Twitter or something.
Yeah, someone went on and was like, hey, I pulled it up to you at the bar yesterday, and I was like, apparently someone disagrees with your friend from the bar because Meltzer's like, he's not even in the top 30. I was like, whoa, shots fired to Macho Man. Well, yeah, wrestling, people in wrestling in public is a different thing to me. I feel like it's a party trick. We're the guy who knows everything about wrestling. Like when I'm talking to people in a group setting, and maybe someone knows I like wrestling, but everyone else doesn't like wrestling. I don't like bringing wrestling into the conversation, unless I'm talking to just wrestling fans. But if we're all hanging out and we're talking about, I don't know, Pokemon or something else, and then someone brings in wrestling into the conversation, I never like doing it. It makes me feel awkward. That's just a personal thing I have.
Sure.
So when I'm at a bar and someone's like, wait a second, you like wrestling? Okay, wait a second. Wait, did Johnny Gargano really blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, just listen to my podcast, you know? I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how we got onto that.
No, that's okay.
That's all right.
That's what our show is.
There is a lot of wrestling talk this week. Did you watch Money in the Bank?
I did.
What did you think of Brock Lesnar winning?
I think it was fun for like a quick surprise at the end of the night, but it's like he doesn't need it. He's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He can go, I want a title shot, and get a title shot.
Yeah.
It's...
You could have made a
star. I feel also
actually.
with the Bayley cash-in that night, it's been a few years, I feel, since we've had a good like
Money in the
run
Bank.
with the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Carmella had it, I guess. But
yeah.
no, I mean she had that for almost a year.
Sure.
She cashed in after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But I just thought
it's a way to make a star, and
it is.
It was a kind of a waste.
And I think it would have worked really well with Andrade, because you can have Zelina carrying it around.
Yeah.
It gives him more opportunity to do more promos and stuff. He's got that thing. I think it would have made, like, even if you don't end up winning the title at the end of it, I think it puts some attention on you.
I wish Ali won.
Yeah.
Because, like, he looked so cool, and he was climbing that thing. I was like, man, it could be a big shot for someone like that to win. I didn't hate it. I actually laughed. I actually laughed. When his music hit, I was watching it with John away, and when his music hit, I turned to John and started laughing, and he's like, what? And then we realized it was Lesnar coming out, and we're like, what the fuck? I didn't mind it. I really, because I wasn't watching Game of Thrones.
Right.
I'm not a Game of Thrones guy. So I tuned into Money in the Bank. If you are a Game of Thrones guy, you can tune into David and your friend Mike doing the Game of Thrones finale podcast. That's available on this very podcast feed, so go listen to that. Yeah,
it's been really well received so far. Both Mike and I have very different opinions on the finale, which
yours is wrong.
I think makes a really good conversation.
Screw you and your dragon show and all the years you put into it. No,
I just want to apologize as well for anyone that got the original version of the podcast. There's a bit of a rogue song in there, but that has been fixed. So
this is what happens when you don't let me
skip
help
ahead
you
to
edit and all that. Yeah,
it's my shitty computer, and it was 1 hour's sleep.
Ooh. That's why you're drinking too many of these nitros, baby.
But yeah, you can go check out that Game of Thrones review.
Go listen to that. I don't understand half the shit you were saying, but I can imagine someone listening to our Pokemon review and not understanding anything of that. Go listen to our Pokemon review, the very first movie. We also talk about Detective Pikachu as well. Cheap plug. But going back to Money in the Bank, I loved Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles.
Yeah,
I thought that was awesome. One of the best matches this year.
I was pretty low going into it.
Yeah.
Because on paper, fantastic match. But how many times have we seen AJ? Like, I was expecting maybe like an AJ Nakamura where it doesn't deliver, or even the last match Seth and Dean Ambrose had just didn't deliver.
Right.
And I went into it a bit cold. Even though I know this should be fantastic, I thought they killed it. Yeah,
they destroyed it. Going up against Game of Thrones, it was probably the most underwatched title match.
WWE
Yeah, and realistically,
match,
that was a banger of a match too, which is like unfortunate. But I thought that a lot of people were saying that was obviously match of the night, but I would say it was one of the best matches they put on.
I thought it was a strong show.
It saved, that definitely held the show together. But there's a show that's happening this upcoming weekend. Will you be watching Double or Nothing? Are you all in, baby?
I will be, yeah.
We were at All In One.
Yep. We
were there. Part of history. We're not going to Vegas.
No. I know some people there already.
I know Scrump is there.
Scrump's there.
Scrump already told me he's already visited the Godfather's strip club.
Okay.
So, when I was in Vegas with some friends, John was there. No one wanted to take me to that strip club. I hate strip clubs, but it's the Godfather strip club.
Right.
So, like, wouldn't you want to go? It's Vegas. Vegas is like the dirtiest place. Like, let's go to the Godfather strip club. And no one wanted to take me. So, so Scrump's there. So he's living. I'm living.
Yeah, he likes the strip club, doesn't he?
No, I would imagine not.
No, I think. I'm sure he said during New York that he just discovered strip clubs.
He's never been to them.
He enjoys them.
Well, I've not been to many. I don't really like them.
At me, Scrump. Am I
right? You're gonna start a Twitter beef about strip clubs. Well, I wonder what would happen at a wrestling themed strip club. Well, like, I know his is not wrestling themed.
Oh, it'd be all about the entrances, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You get pyro.
Oh yeah. Sexy lady dressed as Kane, just walking down.
I'm not. Let's be dead honest. If there was a strip club that said SummerSlam weekend, we're doing wrestling themed events, you're damn right I would probably go. So you got me there.
Yeah.
yeah. Sexy Kane.
Maybe this is an idea for the TakeOver tailgate.
You had me at Sexy Kane. Sexy Kane is not leaving my brain for the next 48 hours. In fact, my Google search history is going to be very interesting after recording this show.
Did you see the video of Kane the other day?
Yeah, as the mayor, right?
Yeah, and then he just puts his mask on and choke slams a guy.
Yeah. This made news that the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, a.k.a. Kane, just starts choke slamming people. I love Kane as mayor. I like wrestlers being mayors. Isn't Matt Morgan just became a mayor in the States?
Is he?
I think that's what you do. You either become a podcaster or you become a mayor, is what happens these days after wrestling.
Do you want to... You started talking about Double or Nothing. Do you want to go through the card and...
Sure. I mean, are there any more visa issues that we need to talk about? Are there any creative differences?
Yeah, it sounds like obviously that Pac, Adam Page... match is off.
Yeah.
What's really cool is my friend James Greenwood actually got to referee the match in the UK.
So they filmed the match already. Like, they didn't do the match in Vegas, obviously. So they did it at an indie show. What's the Fed? Do you know?
Oh, I can't remember.
But your buddy is a referee for them.
Yeah, he referees loads of shows in the UK. He's been doing it for just over a year now.
That's crazy. This is obviously the biggest match.
And I think he only found out like day of. That's what. So technically, he's kind of refereed the first AEW match.
There you go.
Because they've uploaded it already
on their feed.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
I don't know if it actually is visa issues or if creative differences or
I believe it sounds like creative.
Yeah,
I think
does.
He, as long as he's Dragon Gate champion, he doesn't want to be defeated anywhere, which is fair enough.
Sure, but
it's just
whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted... That was a match I was interested in.
I was excited for that.
Yeah, I was pretty interested. I would say when we went to All In, Hangman versus... Was it Joey Janela?
Yeah.
That was a match I didn't even look forward. Like, it wasn't something I was kind of more into, and that was, some would say match of the night. So I was really looking forward to seeing Pac and Hangman, but go watch it on their YouTube and watch your buddy be the referee, I guess. So, who do you replace as Hangman's opponent, and why is it Jon Moxley?
I'd assume it's Moxley.
Wouldn't it be the right fit? Maybe this is the whole work the whole time.
Yeah.
You just needed to get Moxley in there. I guess you would have put Moxley in that Battle Royal. I don't know. You have Perfect 10 added into the Battle Royal. Sean Spears, a.k.a.
Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger.
The luckiest man in the world.
Yeah, some would say. Second luckiest man in the world is Glacier. He's in the Battle Royal.
I mean, he's my pick to win.
The winner of the Battle Royal faces the winner of Kenny and Jericho
for the title to become the first champion. So it's one of these people in this Battle Royal to face one of those two. And you're saying... Have you got the list of the Battle Royal?
Well, yeah, I have some of the people in it. We got Glacier, Brian Pillman Jr., Sunny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc.
Oh, Billy Gunn's in it. Yeah, it's between Billy Gunn and Glacier. They're my final two.
Jungle Boy. And then there's some TBAs at the moment. So there should be some surprises in
I think so too, yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome. I wish Jordan Grace signed to Impact just recently. And I thought she was going to be doing more work with AEW, but it looks like she's not. So I'm kind of disappointed in that because I was more interested in seeing her where she would go with... I have zero interest in Impact. That's not because of my history. I don't. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Really. There's no... The iron was hot a long time ago. It's cold.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of wrestling fans agree with that. And I wish that I got to see her because I think she should be picked up by the Fed. I think WWE is missing the boat with Jordan Grace after watching some of her stuff. Specifically, her in the Battle Royal at All In Chicago. But... What are the other matches here that you're looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to Cody v. Dustin.
Yes, true. Oh, yeah,
that's a big one. A great build. I think Dustin Rhodes can still go, and I think this is the biggest match he's had in years. And against his brother, he's going to want to kill it.
Yeah, this is his biggest match ever, I'd say.
For a long time.
Yeah, dude's done Mania matches, and dude's done a pretty big run back in the day, but this is a completely new thing here. This is a whole entity of its own.
I'm looking forward to that. I think, obviously, the Young Bucks Lucha Brothers will be great.
That'll be nuts.
Best Friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans. I like both Angelico, and they're both crazy.
Have you ever... I used to be obsessed with Jack Evans in Ring of Honor. He was with Roderick Strong in a stable.
Yeah.
And Jack Evans used to do the crazy... Jack Evans was doing double rotation moonsaults before double rotation moonsaults were a thing.
I know them both mainly from season 1 of Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
And there's I might have even mentioned it on the show a couple of weeks ago. There's the Trios ladder match.
Okay. Where they do crazy...
And there's... I can't remember who's climbing, but someone's climbing to get the title.
Yeah.
And you've got the general manager's office is by the ring.
Yeah, this is nuts.
Angelico runs, jumps off it, does a drop kick to the ladder.
Insane.
It's the craziest spot I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
He's nuts.
So they're fighting Best Friends cut that fucking hilarious promo on being the Elite, where it's like, you better put us on the main card. We're not on the pre-show, or else we'll kill your fucking family. He's like, whoa, dude, we're not going to kill his family. Yo, relax. Jericho versus Kenny Omega. This is interesting because a few weeks, Jericho has an opportunity to fight for the IWGP Heavyweight title against Okada. Jericho's fighting the two best wrestlers in the world, literally 2 weeks apart.
I'd quite like to see Jericho win.
What, the title or Okada?
No, win. Sorry. Win the beat Omega.
Sure, let's switch it up, yeah.
This is their second match.
He's got the new finish he's been teasing on Instagram. The Judas effect. It's like a back elbow. He's teasing that he's going to knock out Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I think... Because I would assume he's losing to Okada. I want to keep him important still, and he can't just keep losing to... He should
screw you over.
Yeah.
He should fuck over Kenny, and then it causes him... He should maybe be the champion, and then you put someone going... Kenny doesn't really need it, but at the same time, Kenny is where my money will go, essentially. Let's remember, a lot of people are into Kenny Omega as the main star.
Oh, completely.
And he should be, so... I'm not really mad at that. It's just I was there for the first time they fought. I just want to watch the match. I was conflicted when I watched the first time. This is the same thing. I just want to watch them kill it. So,
completely.
Same with the Bucks and the Lucha Bros. I think that's going to be crazy, but I'm a big Bucks fan. I'm excited for this. I wish we were in Vegas, but we're not. So
yeah, I'm not a big Vegas guy.
Me neither. I think it's a little overrated. Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to. I'll definitely want to go to another event.
All In? Yeah, they should do a Toronto one. I think they would.
Yeah.
All In Toronto. All In the 6th.
I feel like I think they've got a UK one confirmed as well.
There you go. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm all for All Elite Wrestling. I want it to do really well. I'll be watching when it comes.
Have you watched any other wrestling this week?
This week I watched some Boombox Brock. I really love that.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. That's my new favorite GIF, is Brock listening to music. Someone put it to him listening to that Old Town Road.
Oh, nice. Like, I think people make out that Brock doesn't care. I think he enjoys what he does.
Sure.
And you see it with shit like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I also watched NXT UK
Yeah.
this week. It was the rematch of the century for NXT UK. Walter versus Pete Dunne, the rematch from TakeOver New York. Some say best match of the year. Some say not so much. The rematch itself, it was kind of just a TV rematch, in my opinion. It had some of the spots kind of playing off their New York match.
The missed chop to the turnbuckle.
Always,
I mean, that's a spot that Trent Seven does a lot.
The chop
and always just looks painful.
To the ring post.
To the ring post,
yeah. It always... What do you do just to not make that look like it hurts? I thought Walter and Pete Dunne was good, but it was just like kind of 13-minute...
It didn't kill it like some NXT TV matches do.
Yeah.
I mean, we've said over the last year, the quality of the NXT TV matches are crazy.
Compared to what we're used to. Yeah, definitely. I know that there was Travis Banks versus Joseph Connors.
Yeah. Travis
Banks is added to the Fatal 4-Way next week.
Yes. Which
is the number one contenders match for the title.
Yeah, so he's against Dave Mastiff and
Jordan
Devlin.
But I'm blanking on the other one. Because Jordan Devlin's going to win, and that doesn't matter. No one else matters.
I think so. Yeah.
Devlin is my favorite on UK. Well, the finish for Walter and Pete Dunne is Ring Camp get involved.
Yeah.
They basically cost Pete Dunne the match here. So he realistically could get a rematch, a title shot. He is the main guy here. I don't know if Jordan Devlin could sell... I don't know if they have anyone else lined up as big as Walter and Pete Dunne to sell shows, essentially.
I don't know.
Like, who's their guy, you know?
I think that's why they've... the end of this Walter Dunne match, they've made it screwy to extend it a bit longer, get some more juice out of this.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anyone really hot enough.
Yeah. We got like some sort of Rhea Ripley. She was talking shit on Piper.
Yep.
Piper, who's in NXT UK.
Piper Niven.
That happening. Oh, I got to see Big Dick Joel. So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, always good. Cassius Ohno, he's running rampant. He's in NXT UK, and he's just shit-talking all these people. I don't know. NXT UK is... It's not... I wouldn't call it 205 Live, but it could be in that territory if they don't watch out.
Yeah, it's just... It's not essential viewing for me. I think it should be.
You know what? I could... Like, this is what I take from it. They're like, okay, we got this show. We own these people now. We're going to do a show. Okay, cool. Because this was in Glasgow.
Right.
Which is really cool. They're going around kind of. They go, cool, Glasgow. Then they just expect you as a wrestling fan to just show up.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works in wrestling.
No.
People are wondering, like, there's so many shows. Ring of Honor has announced a show with New Japan and CMLL the SummerSlam weekend. Now, this show is clashing with the G1.
Right.
So who is going to be on this card?
Yeah.
So they don't tell you the card because they know if they tell you, you're not going to buy tickets.
Yeah.
But so it's like you gotta do more than just be like, hey, NXT UK is here. Come on, guys, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. It doesn't work like that. You got to promote something. In my opinion, like that's
I agree.
You want to sell me tickets. You got to promote it. So I feel like when you watch these NXT UK shows, a lot of the crowd is just dead. They're not really caring.
Yeah.
Nothing really matters. It's just like kind of all over the place. So I kind of get those vibes from NXT UK. There needs to be some sort of like a end of the road kind of thing. Like there needs to be takeovers to lead up to. I don't know what the fix is.
It's difficult. I'm not sure either. I just think there's too much going on.
Too much wrestling.
And
too much wrestling.
You really need to stand out from the pack to make people give up their time to watch. And I think NXT regular does stand out from the pack.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about NXT. What did you call it? Regular.
NXT regular.
We're not regular. We are not your kind.
NXT OG.
Yeah, OG. NXT OG.
OG. Original gangster. 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 OG. Original.
We are not your kind. A little housekeeping again. Reminder: go listen to the Game of Thrones podcast. Go listen to our Pokemon podcast with a lot of Detective Pikachu talk. But next week, after NXT airs on the WWE Network, at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, David and myself will be doing a special upNXT TakeOver Watch Along in honor 5 years ago. The first TakeOver aired this upcoming Wednesday night.
Yeah, so May 29th, 2014 was the very first NXT TakeOver, which was headlined by Tyson Kidd versus Adrian Neville for the NXT Championship. We had Sami Zayn versus Tyler Breeze, and we had...
Which is very fitting.
Yeah.
Very fitting.
And Charlotte versus Natalya for the vacant women's title.
Yes, people love that match. So we're going to do a watch-along. We're going to do a TakeOver watch-along on our YouTube channel. The BDE has a YouTube channel. What is the...
It's BDE Official.
So YouTube, BDE Official. But follow our socials at the Brady and at Davie Portman. Again, Wednesday night, May 29 at 9 o'clock Eastern, so after NXT airs on Wednesday night. We will be watching a TakeOver, the first TakeOver, 5-year anniversary. Is that how you say it? 5-year anniversary? I know John and Wade get really mad when you use the word anniversary wrong. So tune in if you want to do a watch along. We're going to be hanging out here and watching it, giving kind of like a live commentary. It will be on our YouTube feed. We might record the pod as a podcast and kind of upload it so then you can watch it at a later date. Yeah, on a stop start. We like timestamp and kind of like the watch along. It will be better than the one WWE did this past Money in the Bank. That's all I'll say.
They did a watch along?
They do watch alongs now.
Oh, okay.
And I can't be watching a live brand new pay-per-view when like things are going down and then I have to know.
Yeah, you've got to go back. It's like you're not going to watch a movie for the first time with the commentary on.
Yeah.
Like it's exactly stuff you want to see after.
Yeah, it's exactly that. So ours is more just hanging out with us because that's all we talk about is NXT. So tune into that. Again, follow us on our socials for all the info on that. So next Wednesday, we will be doing a TakeOver tailgate.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Let's do that. So look out for that. Thank you. Let's talk about this week's NXT.
Yeah.
Let's do it. William Regal, he starts off the show. It is NXT, May 22nd, 2019. William Regal starts the show. He says, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Last week we saw a chaotic finish, and the tag team titles here are all they're vacated. No one, the War Raiders have left. The Viking Raiders, have left." And the titles are vacated. And we saw this chaotic finish. But as Morrow said, chaos is a ladder. We have no champions. And there wasn't a legit pin last week from the Street Profits. So therefore, in 2 weeks, at TakeOver 25, there will be a tag team match. A 4-way tag team match. The Street Profits versus the Forgotten Sons versus Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish in a ladder match for the tag team titles. Oh my goodness.
This match is going to be bonkers.
It's going to be lit.
Yeah. How did Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish get in this match? I feel like they should have been... They should have had a run-in.
How dare you?
No, but it's just last week ended with like... As I was saying, I thought it was going to be a 3-way.
Yeah.
Because those teams...
Yeah.
They should have done something.
Sure.
Even if it was just them being cheeky at the end and running in and taking the titles and going off with it.
Yeah, you're right.
Something like, I don't know.
Rewrites. Hey, maybe they didn't even know they were going to do this takeover at some point.
Yeah.
So who knows? I'm happy they're in the match.
Oh, completely. Yeah, they're fantastic.
So you heard that there. The 4 teams will compete and the new champions will be crowned at the next takeover. All teams sound great. If you ask me, Undisputed Era should win them.
I think they'll win. Yeah.
Because they are fitting, and then you have Street Profits do the chase for Toronto.
I think that'll be great.
So that sounds crazy. So that sounds nuts. At TakeOver, 4-way ladder match for the tag titles. Oh my God, take my money. Sounds great. We start the show off with Shock the System, Undisputed Era. They all come out. All of them. All 4 of them. Including Roderick Strong. He has not been arrested for an attempted murder from last week. In fact, it's not even mentioned. The bloody flip-flop was not mentioned. Undisputed Era come out. Adam Cole is the only one wearing his own shirt, because I guess he's the only one with his own shirt.
He's the leader.
Right, got you. Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole, he says, the rumors are true. Undisputed Era, we ain't going nowhere. We are stronger than ever. We're finally on the same page, and this will be a statement. He says that no superstars in NXT are like us 4. We are unstoppable, and we do what we want, and we take what we want. And now that Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are in the tag match for the tag titles, I'm going to beat Gargano. We're going to be dripping in gold. The prophecy will come true. Well, he didn't actually say the word prophecy, which they need to put that on a shirt. Prophecy dripped in gold. I like it.
They don't need the word prophecy.
I love it. In years to come, there'll be a stable in WWE called the Prophecy.
Sure.
You know there will be.
There'll be Kona Reeves, Fabian Eichner, and who else?
Mansoor.
Yeah, got it.
Actually, that sounds pretty lit, yeah. Minus Kona. No, Kona's the GOAT. Adam Cole, he says that come TakeOver, we're going to be dripping in gold. And I'm going to take that title from Johnny and Johnny Gargano's music hits. Your favorite theme
It's a great song.
You sing this all the time in our home.
It's such a good song.
I live with you, and you sing this song a lot.
Yeah.
You hum it, and you whistle it, and I know what it is, regardless if you're singing or humming or whistling. This rebel heart, this rebel heart. I think that's the only part you know.
Only words.
Yeah, you don't know any of the other parts. I fucking knew it. I knew it. It's the only part I hear. Johnny Champion, he comes down to the ring. He's got his title. He's looking good. He says the match at TakeOver is set. It will be Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole one-on-one. But you know the truth, Adam. You can't beat me on your own without your boys. Adam Cole says, what kind of an idiot are you, Johnny? I beat you in the first fall. He's not wrong. He beat him clean in the first fall in New York. He goes, Adam, I don't know about you, but I guess math is hard because you beat me the first time, and then I beat you the second time, and then I beat you the third time. So that's 2 out of 3 falls in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And I liked how he did this because the crowd helped him do the math. The crowd was saying the words as Johnny was saying the words.
He was spelling it out.
Yeah, he was like helping. It was.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, he's good at kind of getting the crowd, I would say. And he says, "Yeah, I beat you. So what are you gonna do about it?" And Fish has like this off. He wasn't like talking into the mic, but he's like, "Yeah, we get that, dummy," or something.
Yeah, he's going, "We get that, buddy."
Yeah, we get it. Adam Cole says, "Well, you know what? I pinned you clean. It doesn't matter. I just need to pin you once. That's all that matters. And I'm going to do it again." And as Adam Cole is saying that, Matt Riddle appears in the ring and he attacks Undisputed Era. And Johnny Gargano slides in the ring. It's chaos running amok. It's Johnny Gargano and Matt Riddle, and they're beating up Undisputed Era. Era hightail it out of there. Riddle and Gargano go back to back, but they have each other's backs now. They're bros.
Yeah.
Garganbro.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't you call them that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Garganbro?
Garganbro.
So, if you ask me, this may or may not be setting up a match. It's like William Regal is the new Teddy Long. It's a tag team match, player. We'll see what happens.
Few things. First of all, you mentioned your Edge and Christian shirt earlier. Was it the one the guy in the crowd was wearing?
Yeah.
There was a guy wearing a cool shirt, the red one with Edge and Christian posing.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one I was wearing. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's the 5-second pose. Charlie Daniels. Yeah.
This feels slightly cold to me. I think the match is going to be fantastic.
Yes.
Obviously, we saw the first one; it was great. This is where I have a problem with NXT, the way it's taped. Like, Gargano hasn't had a match, as far as I can remember, since TakeOver.
No, he has not.
And you get, like, the Hangover episode where you never see the champions. And then, I don't know, it's just sort of... It's kind of, they're just retreading what they said the other week with, well, I beat you in the first fall, yeah, but I beat you twice.
It's weird.
They've kind of done this... I mean, they're both great promos.
Yeah. But
they've kind of done this promo already, and I just feel NXT feels weird at the moment because this takeover feels a bit shoehorned in.
I'll tell you what,
and they're
takeover
kind of
feels
now
weird
going
because everyone got robbed from NXT. They stole everyone from us.
Well, they've still got, like we said on paper, this show looks great.
Yeah.
It feels a bit rushed, like getting to it.
It is, yeah.
And I think this is like because they don't have any other program ready for the title, they're going, well, let's just do Adam Cole Gargano again. But they don't have that much material now to work with.
Sure.
They haven't had a blood feud like Gargano's had with Ciampa. As I said, this story, the only thing is, oh, well, I won the first fall.
Yeah.
And that's been said
and
already.
he's already said it. Yeah. I kind of get that as well.
The match is still going to be great.
The match is going to be crazy. Don't get it twisted. Because this TakeOver looks stacked. Realistically, you do not want to miss this TakeOver. If you thought you did, you thought wrong. You're right. I kind of did feel like this. I like Johnny Gargano as a promo. I think Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano, to me, is so good.
I think he's the best in the world at the moment.
Yeah, like he's fantastic. It takes people maybe a little longer than others to realize how good he is. I think honestly, like I think a lot of people still WWE fans mostly, not the NXT fans, but the WWE fans look at him like, who's that guy? Don't care.
Yeah, there's something just by watching him that just connects, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
So I think him and Adam Cole. The match in New York is one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I instantly will watch this match. I'm interested in this match, but that is the storyline. Like I beat you first of all.
And I think this has got to be the last match. Are they going to get a third out of it for Toronto or
no? I don't think so.
So
and they're getting Matt Riddle involved in this thing.
So I assume whoever wins this is whoever loses is going up. I would think.
It's just weird because Cole lost to Matt Riddle clean. Yeah. Essentially clean. So, I don't know. It's interesting. But
well, that's why they had Gargano last week making the match.
Sure, yeah.
He was like, quit your whining.
Yeah.
You say you beat me, okay. You've got a shot, and I'll beat you again.
Gargano should have wrestled as well, maybe last week or something. Like, he should have been on TV in a match.
Yeah.
Kind of maybe defending the title. Against someone else, or
they normally do have a TV defense.
Yeah, you should have, like against Conor Reeves or something.
Yeah,
you know, it could have been.
Sure,
anything.
Why not?
So that is setting up something down the line for later tonight. The four guys there.
Yeah,
we go to Sean Maluda. Yeah, remember him from the Cruiserweight Classic. Sean Maluda comes out and he's having a match against Mansoor.
Mansoor's my new favourite.
I know. I think he's a lot of people's new favorites.
Yeah, and Sean Maluda's your favourite.
Yeah.
That's what you said last night. My notes are, Braden likes Maluda, and I like Mansoor.
That doesn't mean he's my favorite. That's literally not what I said.
Were you getting, like, old NXT vibes this week?
Yeah.
This felt like NXT 2014.
Because back in 2014, they didn't even know what they were doing, probably. They were like, we're going to film this.
It was mainly homegrown talent then.
Sure.
You didn't have the wave of indie guys in there. And I just felt with this match and the women's match later, not that it's a bad thing, but it felt like this is our new crop. These are our very fresh people that we're trying to build up.
Well, they're trying to build up Mansoor.
Yeah, obviously. Which makes a lot of sense. They're going to Saudi Arabia again. The deal is 10 years. They've got I believe he's Saudi.
Then there you go.
Like, employed by them. and he's promising. Like, he showed from that Greatest Royal Rumble, he's not a bad promo.
Hey, we've seen him on NXT a few times here.
He's
been pretty good.
For someone who I don't think's been wrestling too long, I think he shows a lot of promise and could be a great babyface or heel.
Yeah, for sure. It's Sean Maluda, who is of Samoan heritage here.
Is he related to The Rock?
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
That happens. That happens to the non-wrestling. We're talking about non-wrestling fans.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Hey, what's the deal with The Rock? Like, what's his background?" I'm like, guys, why is this a thing? Like, that was always the thing. Like, back in the day, it's a joke in Family Guy.
Is it?
It's a joke back in the day. Back in the day, it was like, "What's in The Rock? What's his back?" It's like, what does that matter, anyways? But yeah, Samoan. If you didn't know Sean Maluda if you didn't know he was Samoan, you learn really quick because he hits a Samoan drop real quickly in this matchup against Mansoor. Sean Maluda and Mansoor. There is Air Mansoor. There's a lot of high flying in this match. I said that Maluda was in the Cruiserweight Classic a few years ago. He's a high flyer as well. There's a crazy Samoan drop. There's a flying code breaker from, was it Maluda that hit this?
From Maluda.
This should be the finish because this move is crazy. It's a slingshot, like, code breaker, like the knees to the face, but you're like flying at the guy when you hit it. It looks awesome. But Mansoor kicked out at 2, and I thought this was done.
Yeah.
This was a quick match. There's a slingshot, not a slingshot, but like a real like quick German suplex. Then there's a slingshot like neck breaker.
Mansoor hit a beautiful German suplex. It was like
running?
a snap German,
like
the rolling one.
Okay.
Looked beautiful.
He hits like this jumps in to hit like a neck breaker. It looked really cool. And then Mansoor hits this finisher, which, again, really quick matchup here, just to kind of show off Mansoor, I would say. But his finish is, he goes for like the reverse DDT, like the saving grace, Devon, the Bloody Sunday.
Yeah.
But then turns it into like a twist of fate and hits you with like a cutter after lifting you. Looks really cool. I used to do this move when I was a kid on like my little cousin, because you like lift the guy up and then you would drop them like the RKO.
Good.
Yeah,
That's a good move.
Really cool looking move. And Mansoor pins Sean Maluda. So yeah, I would give Mansoor a little bit of a rub, especially if you're going into. I would assume in that Saudi show, the 50-man battle royal, which sounds so ridiculous. You're going to have a lot of NXT guys in that.
Oh, yeah.
The guys that are agreeing to go to Saudi Arabia. You'll have some guys in there. Yeah. So maybe he'll be one of them.
Oh, I would think so.
Yeah, especially because he was on that Saudi show.
Yeah, I think, he's definitely going to be in.
Good callback. Are you going to be watching that show?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, of course you are.
Why?
Because it's...
Goldberg v. Taker.
Yeah. What Goldberg
Tops off for Goldberg.
Goldberg is your favorite wrestler ever.
He's the greatest wrestler ever in the WWE.
Yeah, right. Goldberg versus Taker. Jeez. Wrestling. We go backstage. It's Kathy Kelly. She's outside William Regal's office. And Undisputed Era, they storm out. And they're like, yeah, blah, blah. William Regal says, this is not how we do things at NXT. It's chaos. Tonight is a tag team match. It will be Johnny Gargano and Matt Riddle versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
Sounds alright, doesn't it?
That sounds alright. But at TakeOver 25, it will be Roderick Strong versus Matt Riddle 1-on-1. Oh my goodness. Take my money.
Is this Roddy's first singles match at a TakeOver?
At a TakeOver?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think it might be.
He's been in quite a few tags.
He's been in a load of tags.
Yeah.
I think this is first singles.
This
match sounds great.
Someone's going to die in this. This sounds crazy. Just talk about show stealer. Roderick Strong and Matt Riddle. I think this
show looks awesome.
Yeah, like I said, this card front to back is looking crazy. But trust me, it gets crazier. We're talking about anniversaries. NXT, this is called TakeOver 25.
Yeah.
And we're doing the watch along. It's 5 years since the first TakeOver. We'll get a load of this next segment. Velveteen Dream comes down to the ring. He says he's the Purple Prince of Pugilism, is what Morrow calls him, I think. He's looking fresh. He's looking kind of like Beetlejuice a little bit. He says that the Dream is in high demand and that everyone the people, they want to feel me. They want to feel the dream. They want to touch the dream. They want to hold the dream. But he is interrupted because, oh my God, everyone, look, it's Tyler. Tyler Breeze makes his return to Full Sail and his return to NXT. You heard me correctly. Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze, comes down to the ring. Prince Pretty is home. Full Sail remembers who he is because they start chanting, Breeze is gorgeous. Tyler gets on the microphone and says, when I was in NXT, I had everyone talking about me, and now there's just a bunch of impersonators and cheap knockoffs. Everyone knows there's only one Prince Pretty, and clearly Velveteen Dream does not like this. Some early on would say that Velveteen Dream was kind of a knockoff of Tyler Breeze. Yeah. Essentially, a lot of people were saying that. The Dream says that this is the Dream's NXT, and Tyler says, "Well, NXT they want a real man, not a boy." Sorry, this is Dream saying this to Tyler Breeze now. He says, NXT needs a real man, not a boy. So why don't you go back and play some cops and robbers?" Which is very funny. If you were a fan of Fashion Files, you know who's a big fan? Randy Orton.
Yeah,
he's a big fan of the Fashion Files. Fandango and Breeze were tweeting out that Randy was like loved it, like was like on that shit, thought that shit was the best. So Dream says, go back to. He says, "Oh, this is serious." Velveteen Dream says, "You couldn't cut it on Mondays and Tuesdays. That doesn't mean you can demand the spotlight here again."
Yeah.
Ooh, shots fired. He goes, "Well, listen, it wasn't that I couldn't cut it. I'm just feeling a little uninspired. But you inspire me, Dream. You see, there's just not enough of Tyler Breeze here in NXT." He says that, Dream says that Prince Pretty is a dollar store detective, and maybe you forgot your place in catering. There's a lot of jokes about Tyler Breeze just being on the main roster. It's like, yeah, you made a lot of money.
I think it went on a little bit too long.
Yeah, I think after
I think there was a couple of really good burn lines from both of them.
Yeah.
And then they started to repeat themselves a bit, and it almost turned into like a bad school play, I thought.
Yeah, I liked the digs in the beginning, specifically the Monday and Tuesday thing. It was a good dig. I like when they do digs like that, like real things, like we saw last week.
It's playing to
us,
the right audience as well.
The smarter
the
ones.
NXT audience are the ones who probably don't like Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly.
Too much.
Hey, it's true.
So yeah, they're great lines.
Tyler Breeze says, "You know what? It's cool. We're cool. We're pretty much the same person. Why don't we just get a selfie? I want a selfie with the champ." And Dream is like, "Yeah, you want a selfie? First, let me take a selfie." Tyler Breeze goes to take the selfie with the Velveteen Dream. And Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze, it's my favorite line of the night. So they're posing for the photo, for the selfie, right? And he goes, "I have a little bit of advice for you, Velveteen Dream. When you write your phone number on your trunks and no one calls you, it's because no one's interested." And then he decks him.
Yeah.
Leaves Velveteen Dream laying and walks away. So, it is now announced that at NXT TakeOver, the Velveteen Dream will be defending the North American Championship against Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze.
It almost feels like the Liger Breeze match from Brooklyn.
Yeah, but it's reversed.
Yeah.
Now Tyler Breeze is the spectacle.
I like this. I think this is a great idea, especially if it's like the 25th anniversary. It's cool to get an OG on there.
Yep.
I kind of feel Tyler Breeze should have changed something.
Well, he cut his hair.
He's cut his hair, but I think he should have updated his look a bit, because he was always a heel in NXT. He's come in as like a baby face of his old character. He's still a
baby face heel kind of character.
He just, I don't know, for me it made me feel like, it's 5 years kind of since you've been in NXT, and you did fail on the main roster, and nothing has changed about you. I think he could have just updated his look a bit, maybe gone away.
I think he will at TakeOver.
I hope so.
Yeah,
because
I think you will get that.
Otherwise, it just feels weird.
I'm okay with it. I think I need to see the selfie stick. That's what I need to see. I need that. He was pretty innovative for his time in NXT,
Sure.
like his entrances and everything like that. Like that's what Dream is doing now.
Even the Fashion Files.
Yeah.
On the main roster.
I think he'll have a cool looking entrance. Both of them.
He's going to be hungry as well. Like
this match, both of these guys.
He knows this could.
This is the one time everyone's going to be watching Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
So you got to kill it essentially. So this takeover just got another match added. That's take my money. NXT OG. Kathy Kelly catches up with Tyler Breeze, and he says that he is the NXT OG, and that the Velveteen Dream is inspired by Tyler Breeze. So we will be seeing that match at TakeOver in 2 weeks. Crazy. Don't put your phone number on your trunks.
No.
This is really funny.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I remember the Call Me Up Vince. I didn't realize he had his number on it. Was that true?
Oh, I don't know. Did he have his? Oh,
well,
yeah.
I think that's what he was referencing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's so funny. Let's go to Candice LeRae. She's coming out. She's gonna have a match here. I was really excited when Candice LeRae, her music hit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
And then even more excited
when
Reina Gonzalez.
Your
favorite.
She's my new favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
She is not. I don't know how I feel about this next segment.
Okay.
Reina Gonzalez, she's like tall. She's massive. She looks like she could be a big monster in the world of WWE. She is wearing ripped assless jeans.
Yeah.
Do you think I could rock that?
Sure.
So you wear underwear underneath, and then you wear the jeans, but they're like assless.
They're like chaps, aren't they?
But they're jeans.
Yeah.
It's like straight cowboy.
Yeah.
Right?
Try it. Take over.
Wear some...
Yeah.
I don't want to invade on Way's gimmick of being a cowboy these days. I don't know. Reina Gonzalez versus Candice LeRae. What is there to say about this match? There's a reverse clubbing clothesline from Reina. That looked really good.
That looked nasty, yeah.
In the early beginning of this. There's a spinning power slam. There's some sort of like an arm breaker, and Beth calls it a DDT.
Okay. What, was it like an arm sort of face plant?
It was like when you DDT. When you like code breaker an arm, essentially.
Yeah, okay.
And Beth is like, DDT. Michael Cole.
He's been hanging around with Michael Cole too much.
DDT. That's my notes on Beth Phoenix this week. DDT. There's an arm breaker. I write here, what the fuck is going on? There's a bottom rope springboard crossbody, but Reina catches her and tries to throw her into the steps. There was a lot of missteps in this match. There's a missile drop kick, and the finish comes when Candice LeRae doesn't hit the lion salt.
Yeah, she kind of fires up against her in the corner for a bit, and then finishes her off pretty easy with her lion salt, but misses
it and pins her off of it.
Yeah. Nigel brings attention to it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, usually
he goes, hitting a moonsault, you are going in blind because you're like flipping backwards, so you don't always know where you're going to land. Like trying to cover it.
Trying to say like, yeah.
This match didn't work for me.
I'm going to be as bold to say this is my worst match of the year thus far.
That's fair enough.
2019, and it's very unfortunate because I love Candice LeRae.
Yeah, this match didn't work because you look at the two. Candice is tiny.
Yep.
Reina Gonzalez is very tall. She's a big girl, and I don't think they played that monster dynamic enough. Reina was dominant to start with, and then Candice just easily fired up and beat her very, very simply.
Yeah.
This is also the second time she's kind of botched that
springboard
moonsault.
Yeah, maybe don't do it anymore.
Maybe look for something else. I like Candice, and I want to see her do well. And 100%. I think the women's division needs someone else to step up. But this, as I said, I was getting early NXT vibes. Having like Mansoor, Maluda, Tyler Breeze, and Reina Gonzalez. It just felt like NXT of a few years ago.
It felt like nothing of note.
No.
To really watch. Yeah, I did not like this. This just felt really not well put together.
The post-match, however, was pretty good.
Yeah, they got my interest back really quickly. So Candice LeRae wins the match off the Lionsault miss, and she's celebrating in the ring, or so she thought. She is then attacked by the Horsewomen. Shayna Baszler, Jessamine Duke, and Marina Shafir all attack Candice LeRae, but someone comes to the rescue, if you will. It is a kendo stick wielding Io Shirai.
Are kendo sticks just lying around backstage?
Yeah.
Like, that's the nearest thing she can find?
Someone send us kendo sticks to the BDE. I know for a fact you can buy them on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
So someone send us some. I would kendo the fuck out of you. I would beat you up.
It only takes a little tap. They hurt.
They hurt.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it hurt. Io Shirai, looking like a straight badass, comes into the ring, swinging the kendo stick. She wallops these girls. She is beating on Shayna Baszler.
Jessamine Duke got off very lightly.
Jessamine Duke's like, yo, see ya, I'm out of here.
She did the Randy Orton.
She's Randy Orton, 2 bumps, I'm out.
Marina Shafir got killed.
Holy, someone check on her.
These.
Someone check on Marina Shafir's back. Io Shirai, again, looking like just a superhero, a gangster, coming out with the kendo stick, swinging for the fences, just slapping these girls up with this kendo stick. It was getting busted up. You know what's serious when the kendo stick is like breaking?
Oh, yeah.
That's when you know they're really...
Yeah, she breaks it over Shayna.
Yeah, she is beating them. Damn, girl, is what I yelled at my TV.
Well, I've got written here, and I must have just been slightly off with my keys, because I've got written, Naruba get junked.
Nice. I don't know what that means.
I think that might mean Marina got fucked.
Oh, yeah.
But Naruba get junked.
Sounds like you were fucked, mate. Io Shirai, just crazy.
These are some of the worst kendo stick strikes I've seen for a while.
Yeah, that looked like it hurt. I love this. It finally... Io Shirai, looking like... A few weeks ago, she attacked Shayna in the PC. Yeah. But this is like attacks her in the ring with the kendo stick. She's beating all the girls, like her whole team of them. Damn girl is what I have written because that's what I yelled at my TV because I love this. Yeah, this is exactly what you needed. This is how you sell matches to me. I don't understand how hard it is in the WWE when they're trying to make, we have a pay-per-view in a month and there's a match and the 2 guys hate each other. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the story. All right, cool. What do we do to make people want to watch them fight? That's wrestling. Like, that's 101. And WWE, for years, just so many stupid storylines. All you need to do is show me 2 people brawling, scrapping, trying to kill each other. You pull the part, boom. I want to watch that match. Watch any, like, famous, like, UFC, you know, when you know, like, the fighters are like, oh, these fighters really hate each other. Yeah. And, like, they get pulled apart, and you're like, they hate each other. I need to see this. Yeah. It's exactly what you need to do. And WWE uses it, like, sparingly, I would say. But something like this instantly makes me go, yeah, I need to see Io Shirai go against Shayna because she's a badass. So I really liked this. It saved that last match.
I think the video package is going to look great for this.
It's just going to be beating Shayna.
Well, you're going to have the Shayna and Kyrie thing with Io crying, and then it's going to show her walloping everyone with kendo sticks. Yeah, I'm excited for this match.
Look, I'm a big Io Shirai fan. Shirai gets me high. I'm like Io Shirai. So imagine me and you.
You know what? I've been thinking this for a while. Whenever I look at you, I just see Io Shirai.
I look just like her.
You look just like her. You have the same mannerisms.
Look. I'm cuter. If me and you are friends and Shayna Baszler and her lackeys beat you up and make me watch and all that stuff, I'm going to be mad.
You'd cry as well.
Oh, yeah. I would be so mad. And you know what I'd do, buddy, for you? I'd grab a kendo stick and I'd go out there and beat the fuck out of these people. That's what I'd do if they hurt me and my friends. So it makes sense. So Io Shirai, I'm happy that you're not just this, like happy baby face that's like letting this happen. Like, no, your friend got fucked over, you got fucked over, let's get some justice. Let's beat up some bitches. Let's go. Like, that's what I like about this. So therefore, Io Shirai, next women's champion.
I hope so.
In NXT. I think so. I hope so. I'm really into that. I love it. They announced officially it is Dream versus Breeze at TakeOver, so that is pretty crazy. They also announced that next week it will be Bianca Belair versus Mia Yim.
Okay.
And it will be Kushida versus Drew Gulak next week.
Yeah, I think we thought that might be a TakeOver match.
Yeah.
But we get to see it next week.
Did you add Kushida to TakeOver?
No, not. You've got the matches.
Yeah,
You've got five matches now. He will probably do a
dark match
pre-show.
Yeah, the pre-show.
Taping.
I thought the Gulak one maybe would have been.
Yeah,
there.
that's what I thought.
Maybe they'll move it. I don't read ahead. Let's go to our main event of the evening that was made just earlier. It is Matt Riddle and Johnny Gargano versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Technically, this is Johnny Garganbro versus Red Dragon, is what I'll call it. Gargano and O'Reilly battle it out, trying to out-wrestle each other, trying to out-slap each other in the early parts of this match. I would watch Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly in a singles match.
Oh, yeah.
Take my money, please, at a TakeOver. Mauro Ranallo mentions on commentary that he believes that the match at NXT TakeOver New York, Cole versus Gargano, is the greatest NXT match ever. How do you feel about that?
It's definitely up there.
I know you're torn. You were at both.
For me, like, that last fall is incredible.
Right.
The opening of the match, it's not bad, but
right.
It took a while to get there.
Okay.
I maybe still think Gargano Almas.
Wow.
But, like, come on. Both fantastic.
Yeah. I
wouldn't be mad if someone told me, no, you're wrong, Cole Gargano.
Sure.
I'm like, it's one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Well, guess what, buddy? You're wrong, because it is.
Oh, I'm fucking mad.
It is Gargano and Cole. I think watching it, we were there live, but I've shown a non-wrestling fan that match. And they were like, that was a movie. Like, that felt like I'm watching a movie from start to finish. It was crazy. I would argue that maybe it's my favorite match I've seen.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Mauro loved it, and that's why I'm talking about it. But we're going to see the rematch at TakeOver 25. But tonight, it's the tag match. There's like an armbar from O'Reilly that's countered into the Gargano escape. They're really pushing infamous Bobby Fish.
Yeah.
They're really pushing that as his name. It's on his trunks. It's on his tights. I like it. Bobby Fish, infamous. Love it. There's a flying Kyle O'Reilly knee out of nowhere, but Riddle dodges that. There's like super kicks off the apron. Beth says the word lit. Love that. Riddle is in kicking the shit out of Bobby Fish, hits an exploder, and then he goes for his gut wrenches, but when he hits the gut wrench, he doesn't let go.
It's like the trifecta.
Yeah, he hits like the three of them. So he's hitting a bunch on Bobby Fish. Kyle O'Reilly runs in to break it up. So Matt Riddle starts gut-wrenching suplexes to him. It's crazy. There's a Frank Shamrock reference. Red Dragon is beating on Matt Riddle, who has his ribs taped up, by the way, from the attack.
He was stabbed, yeah.
They don't mention it. They don't mention it at all. They don't mention the fact that he was maybe stabbed and maybe potentially...
I just want to see this side story of, like, one day they're going through their lockers and, like, someone opens Roderick Strong's locker and just a load of bloody shoes fall out. You get like a high heel shoe. You get some like Converse.
It's like, Roddy, what have you been doing? Nothing. Nothing. I've been not doing nothing.
Yeah, just his trophies.
Just bloody shoes. Like talk about side stories that are dropped real quick. Is Roddy attempting murder on a man?
They go, is that Hideo Itami's shoe?
Whoa. Is that Hideo Itami's parking pass?
Yeah.
Roderick Strong is this. Is the...
I still need to know. I need to know.
It was Roddy.
It was Roddy.
He wasn't even signed yet.
No.
But it was Roddy. They just slide over the fact that Roddy maybe tried to kill Matt Riddle last week. But I digress. We can move on.
This is for the promo next week. They've got one more week.
True. They do. Yeah.
Matt Riddle was just like, bro, I just want my flip-flop back.
Bro, they were Nike.
He should have come to the ring and won.
comes out, and I need some Gucci
He
slides.
did come out bare feet this week.
He did.
Because Roddy's got his shoes.
Yeah, there you go. Because they were it's one set of tapings, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't have 2 pairs of flips. Oh, man. If I'm Matt Riddle, I'd be mad at Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
I want to kill him.
Yeah.
No, not actually, because that's why we got in this issue, this problem. Stop with the killing. I want to hear it next week, Matt Riddle. Bro, I'm mad at you. You want to see a more aggressive Matt Riddle?
Yeah.
You're going to get it now.
Good.
Because that's what happens when you try to murder someone. Back to the match. Gut wrenches everywhere, like I said. There's a strike fest from Riddle and Kyle O'Reilly. Everyone is trying to... everyone. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are attacking the ribs, obviously, because they are taped up from the attack. There's a powerbomb counter from Kyle O'Reilly turned into a guillotine, which looked beautiful. There's huge knees by Riddle. Johnny Gargano is tagged in with the hot tag. He hits a belly to belly. There's a tornado DDT.
He does the tornado DDT where he kicks the other guy as well. He did this in New York.
Yeah, on them.
To like clear
the other guys out. Yeah. There's chasing the dragon on Johnny Gargano, which is the like Bobby Fish lifts you up.
It's like a brain buster, and you get kicked in the back of the head.
It's one of my favorite wrestling combos, double teams. It looks so cool, and they called it chasing the dragon, which I'm like, can you say that in WWE? Because doesn't it mean like you're chasing the high of like shit? I love that move. But Johnny kicks out. You want to call him Johnny Kickout? This is right. He kicked out of Chasing the Dragon. Love it. There's an axe kick, palm strikes, and Germans.
I think
by
Kyle O'Reilly's axe kick is maybe one of my favorite moves.
Underrated move.
It looks great.
He should.
Kyrie does it as well. It looks
but
great.
Kyle looks like he kills you with it. Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly is a beast. There is a crazy exchange from all 4 guys, honestly. From this point on, it's just chaos, literally.
There's a lot of calling for each other between Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. They've always done this.
Yeah.
And it's comedic. I think they just about get away with it.
Because they're an era, I'd say, even more so.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's like, Bobby, help me! Like, Bobby! I got you, Kyle! I got you!
It makes sense. Like, in in a lot of wrestling, they don't do that in a tag match. Where realistically, in a fight, you would be calling help.
It's like, I need to tag you. I need to tag you. Help me. Get me out of this.
Like, Kyle, where are you? Come on, Kyle. It's like, that makes sense. So, Chasing the Dragon is the move that these guys are doing. But Garganbro have their own double team up their sleeve. You know when Johnny Gargano goes for the lawn dart where he picks you up and then he throws you and lawn darts you? He does that, but he launches you into Matt Riddle's flying ripcord knee, which looks crazy.
Looks awesome. Great tag team move.
If that wasn't enough, Matt Riddle picks up Bobby Fish, power bombs him, flips him over, hits him with another knee, but O'Reilly breaks up the pin. Adam Cole now runs down to ringside trying to get his nose into this business. Johnny Gargano ain't having none of that. And the NXT champion suicide dives into the outside onto Cole and starts beating onto him. And we get the return. This is distracting everyone, including the referee, who's now focused on Gargano and Cole fighting on the ramp, which allows for the return of the Flying Roddy out of nowhere.
This is like the new RKO. Just Roddy's knees.
Just flying
coming into
frame.
shot. Yeah.
Coming into the frame is Roderick Strong with his flying knee. He hits the end of the heart. Is it End of Heartache?
Yes.
Which is a good Kill Switch song. End of the Heartache onto the apron on Matt Riddle. Rolls him back in, which allows Red Dragon to hit the total elimination, the high-low. And they pin Matt Riddle in the middle of the ring. It's now a 4-on-2 attack. Undisputed Era is beating on a lifeless Matt Riddle. They pick up Johnny Gargano. They hold his arms out, allowing Adam Cole to hit the last shot, the Shining Wizard, to the back of the head to Johnny Gargano. Undisputed Era, standing tall. Will Adam Cole be the next
and then
NXT champion?
Ends with Roddy going, "Time's up, buddy."
Yeah, we're gonna make him pay. That's what they're all like snickering, and they're hyenas.
I love them so much.
Roderick
So
Strong
fun.
has. I don't know how anyone thought Roderick Strong was gonna leave this group. Like, there's no way. Just so great. I loved this main event. I thought this was great. It kind of saved this episode for me. What did you think of this? I think 4 guys here, you love all 4 of these guys.
Yeah, it felt, and I don't really mean this as a negative, but it felt like a kind of house show main event.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. NXT just feels a bit weird at the moment.
Sure.
I think on paper this card's going to be nuts, but I don't feel we've had as deep storytelling. Maybe the women's is the most, but I think you have a break for a week or 2 where you don't see it and it cools down kind of quickly.
Yeah.
But still, like, great wrestling, great main event. Maybe it was just the mood I was in watching it. But
you guys just sour grapes.
Yeah,
maybe
I enjoyed it. Like, great main event. Just
I really liked the last minutes of this match.
We were spoiled with just incredible storytelling for the last year and a half, 2 years, and now it's
back to square one.
They're doing half a reset. We still got these characters who maybe have outstayed their welcome a bit, but I don't want to see them go until they've got solid plans.
Yeah.
Which, like, the way the main roster is at the moment, I don't see that.
Well, it's interesting because maybe it's because of Johnny Gargano.
It is weird because I think because they were going to have him and Ciampa.
Yeah.
Well, they debuted on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
For like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I think that was going to be the blow off of that feud. I think Gargano will move up soon. I can see Cole winning.
I guess so. What do you do with him? He's done it. It's like he's done it now.
It's so difficult at the moment because there's no, like, I don't really want to see him go to Raw and SmackDown.
No, me neither.
Like, I was excited about seeing Buddy Murphy go from 205 to SmackDown.
Yeah, where is he?
Or is it Raw or SmackDown? I think he's on. He's done nothing.
Yeah.
I don't have any faith at all that these guys will be used correctly.
The newest.
And I think it's time to start building new people in NXT.
Next WWE 24/7 champion, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny. Just Johnny.
Yeah.
Here's Johnny. Can't wait. I don't want him on the main roster, but it's got to happen eventually.
Yeah.
There's money to be made with this guy. He's so good, but...
I was going to say, can we just fire a load of people? That sounds awful, but it needs something. I
don't know.
Because they need to move these guys up.
I don't know. I just feel like, where do we go with him?
I agree.
I don't want to lose him, though. But
I think Undisputed Era could be fine, because going as a faction, I think there's some hot stories you can tell.
100%. They're the hottest thing going.
They can fill that Shield void. But I worry about Gargano, because I honestly think he should be the number 1 guy in the world.
He should be.
I don't think they'll treat him like that.
They'll never push him like that, which is very bad. Which is very sad, because
he could be your Cena.
He could be your guy. He's so good. And this is coming from me. I've watched him in the Indies, and I always was like, whatever. Don't really care. He's proven over time and time again. He's so fucking good. I just don't know what you do. But he's champion, so we might as well be happy for now.
Yeah.
But like, defend it or something. I don't know. This match will be great. Let's go to some feedback, because that's what we thought about this week's NXT. But let's see what you think. Forum.postwrestling.com. We post up every Wednesday night after NXT, and then we read it on this show. So if you want to be read on this show, post it there. It's free. Do it. Let's go to Jake from the Windy City. Jake. He says, seriously, Undisputed can never have a bad match. They are that damn good. I think there is a good chance that Matt Riddle is going to turn on Gargano in the near future, and that is the next program. Ooh, that could be interesting. But I just don't see a heel Matt Riddle right now. What do you think? You want to see a heel Matt Riddle turn on Gargano?
I think it's a bit soon. I do want to see a heel Matt Riddle at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not into his character anyway.
Right.
I'm into his wrestling a lot. That could be cool. I'd like to see that match. I think you could go the same route as they've just done with like Seth and AJ, and have
respect angle.
Have 2 baby faces who are heated against each other, and a bit of respect at the end.
Sure. Jake continues to say, good seeing NXT put some steam behind Mansoor because he looks like he has the X factor. I'm curious to see where he will go. He says, P.S. It would be fine if you guys decided not to review Attack of the Clones. I would rather watch paint dry than watch that piece of shit movie. Jake from the Windy City.
So next movie review.
With Jake.
Oh no, we'll do paint drying.
Go listen to our episode 1. I don't know when I want to do episode 2 because
we will do
I
it. We'll get through.
I hate that movie and I hate sand. It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere.
We have Ari from Montreal. So I found some interesting things about the opening of this week's show. First off, Fish doesn't have any stickers on his shirt. Second, funny how Cole didn't talk about Roddy getting a title soon. And a good attention of detail with Riddle not coming with flip-flops.
Yeah.
Also, when was the last time the Undisputed Era had a bad tag match? Man, are they good. Question. With Io coming out with a kendo stick, which somehow made her hotter, Ari, do you guys think their championship match will be an Extreme Rules match or any other kind of gimmick match? P.S. Gonna listen to the Pokemon review tomorrow on my way to work. I'm sure I'm going to love it. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Ari.
Thank you. Yeah, they could make it a no DQ or a kendo on a pole.
Ban the
I'd like to see maybe Io like right at the beginning.
Hey, maybe Kyra will show up.
I hope so. Maybe right at the beginning, Io like attacks Marina and Jasmine with the kendo stick.
Takeover starts.
So they go away.
Takeover starts with it's in Bridgeport, so it's in a completely different parking lot.
Yeah,
not the Full Sail parking lot. And Io shows up with the kendo stick, and then it beats them as they're getting out of their car. Thus, they're not making it to the match.
Roddy comes up to her with a shirt saying, "Let's play, let's fight," covered in blood.
Roddy wouldn't do that to his own wife.
He's the new APA.
Roddy for hire. You want someone taken out? Look, he's not doing a good job considering last week he did that to Riddle, and Riddle's already back beating him up. So, Roddy. Wait, let's take a look at this actually, because last week we were not sure if Roderick Strong was still a part of this team, but to gain back their trust, he said, and I quote, "I took care of it." This week shows he didn't take care of it. But then they took care of it by beating Riddle.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, all right. it's not really the gift, but it's the thought. So he thought of killing Matt Riddle, so that's what counts. Let's go to Jesse from the 6666. He says, "Did y'all see Matt Riddle's dirty ass feet?" I noticed they're yellow, but I can't blame a guy. You wrestle and stuff. Does he only own one pair of flip flops? And has he been walking around barefoot all week since Strong stole them from him? Attempted murder. Yes, thank you, Jesse. By the way, that kinesio tape must work wonders if it can heal stab wounds. Riddle and Strong will be great, but please give me an Iron Man match between Riddle and O'Reilly. Yeah, that would be crazy. He says they're building up Mansoor for TakeOver Volkswagen Jetta with a win over Kmart Uso.
Oh,
wow. Sean Maluda, the Kmart Uso. TakeOver Jetta. Jesse, I like your humor. He says, great way to see Prince Pretty again in front of a crowd that respects a Canadian legend. He says, for the Brady, have you heard Dave and Frito's collab Funky Friday? Best UK hip-hop of 2018 for my money. Also, I followed Kinney from Bristol's advice last week and checked out Heady One. Pretty dope. Yeah, I love that song, Funky Friday. He says for Dragon Dave, hey, it's getting over.
It's getting over.
Oh, wow. Dragon Dave is getting over. When Braden was slagging off the Norwich accent last week, why didn't you explain that most of East Anglia is inbred?
Oh, Jesse.
Is he being a dick?
He's being mean to people from East Anglia.
I didn't mean to be offensive. I just, I hang out. My roommate is British. I speak a lot of British now. No, that doesn't sound right. The other day, someone was asking me about a word. It's a bad word. I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
And someone's like, oh, a lot of people don't get offended. A lot of people get offended when you hear that word. I'm like, oh, like, no, like, I say that word a lot, and my roommate's British, he says it a lot, so they're like, oh, like, you live with a Brit. Like, does that affect how you talk? I'm like, no, but I like to pick up words from him. So, I'm not trying to be offensive, I just like making fun of you, specifically you. He says, P.S. Take care, and everyone check out the Bray D's Instagram story, my man's remix of Allegro from Dvorak's Ninth Symphony slaps harder than Io Shirai's Kendo strikes. Yes, I did a remix of Walter's theme.
Yeah.
I added some trap drums and put it on my Instagram and Twitter, and people were going crazy. So
nice.
Go check. Maybe I'll play it at the end of the show, but go check that out.
We go to Mystery. Hi there. Io beating the ever-living hell out of the MMA 4 horsewomen with a kendo stick was incredibly badass. I'm sure Brady was shedding a tear of joy watching that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there is any way to sugarcoat it. Io just went completely insane with that kendo stick. You could see it in tatters at the end of the segment. Yeah.
She knows how to use a kendo stick, clearly, yeah.
She didn't hold back at all.
It looked beat up after, yeah. I don't know who looked worse, Marina Shafir or the kendo stick after the strikes. Let's go to Moopy. Moopy. Hey lads, really excited for TakeOver next week, but after watching Money in the Bank, I can't help thinking that if Adam Cole won Money in the Bank with the help of Undisputed Era, that would be way more exciting. I love Undisputed Era, but after this Gargano story, I can't see them staying on NXT much longer. Ooh, so he's saying the opposite. He's saying Gargano's going to win, and Cole and Undisputed Era, they're hightailing it to the main roster. I do not think so. Right now.
I maybe think that's a better idea.
Sure, but not right now. There's so much shit going on.
I think there's stuff you can make for a stable. I think a singles guy is going to get lost in the shuffle. So while you've got Johnny Takeover there, have those matches against Riddle, have those matches against Keith Lee, Dijakovic, whoever. Sure. Until they've got something ready for him, I think a stable's a lot easier, especially with this wildcard rule, and that they allow 4 people. You can have them just cause havoc across the two brands.
The 24/7 title works with NXT.
Exactly.
So, the greatest title ever.
We have Harry from Houston. I've been catching up on the tapings lately, and as a die-hard Gargano fan, I have never been less interested in him. Now that he's won the title, it feels like the story in NXT has largely already come to a conclusion, and now we are in the awkward epilogue of him finding Ciampa's replacement and casually feuding with the Undisputed Era. The Cole rematch feels kind of cold to me, and the storyline of I got the first fall, so in a normal match I would be champion is just lame and lazy. I think it's heel logic, though.
Yeah, but I understand.
With the Undisputed Era standing tall tonight, I'm going out on a limb and guessing Gargano retains after strong turns on Cole and moves on to a Riddle program. I looked it up, and the only time an NXT champion lost on his first title defense was Joe in his second reign. So it's pretty damn rare for that to happen, which tells me Gargano is probably winning.
Never say never in wrestling. You never know what could happen in wrestling. He kind of says what we said about Johnny Gargano. Like, yeah, I love him. He's the greatest. But now he's done it. So, the movie's over.
Yeah.
So what's the sequel? And he says that he's trying to find a replacement for Ciampa. It's exactly right. I do not go... I'm going to be reading a Batman comic book, right? And it's Batman and the Joker. The Killing Joke. Amazing comic book, right? What's the next book after that? I don't know, because the Joker's not in it. So, you need to find a replacement there. There always needs to be 2 kind of things. So, I agree that it is lazy to just throw this in there. But it's, like you said, it's heel logic.
Yeah.
It's Cole being I could beat you. The main thing for me is I want to see the match. So, I'm cool with it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to Tranquilo. He says, howdy. I got a new job working at Yellowstone National Park. All of my coworkers and I go to karaoke every Monday, and I was told I stole the show one night. My roommate wasn't there, but he sings a great Sinatra. The song I sung was The Bad Touch by Bloodhound Gang. I never thought I'd love karaoke, but now I understand the hype.
Oh!
Wow. Actually, Bloodhound Gang, Bad Touch, is a popular song at karaoke, but most of the time people don't know the rap parts. It's kind of hard. I want enough of two-hand touch. You want it rough and out of bounds. Out. It's kind of hard. Okay. So, Tranquilo, if you stole the show, I believe you because it's a hard song to do. So good on you. And now I love new karaoke people, karaoke virgins. They're like, ooh, what is this magical thing called karaoke? Well, let me show you. And then once you get bit by the karaoke bug,
the roar of the crowd after, like, you can't go back.
He says, on to NXT, Roddy versus Riddle is my sleeper match of the night. That should be a suplex fiesta. I want Shayna to retain because I think Candice LeRae should be the one to dethrone her. They've done nothing with Candice, and it could give her the long-needed push in the right direction. Cole versus Gargano is odd to me. I don't think they can top their last match. The Forgotten Sons will probably win the ladder match, giving the Era the win at TakeOver Toronto, to go with the idea that y'all had about them being dripped in gold. He says, Dream versus Breeze will be the most glorious, flamboyant display of combat since JoJo Part 3. And are you going to watch Double or Nothing? Yes, we will. But we're not going to be doing a review. But if you're looking for that, look for it. John and Way, they will be doing it Saturday night.
I've got some feedback from Mike Hogan from the Thrones cast.
Tell him to sign up like a normal person.
He's trying. He keeps trying and the emails are bouncing or whatever. He goes, is it just me or does NXT feel like it's flagging since Mania? Not in terms of match quality, but there seems to be guys there that shouldn't be. Not that the main roster needs them or would use them well, but it's almost like they have outgrown NXT. I'm not that excited about Cole versus Gargano 2, because while it will be a fantastic match, it means one or both will be staying in NXT longer than needed. Time to let the next batch, Dream, Riddle, Lee, Dijakovic, he's butchered Dijakovic, and Kushida, step up and be the faces of the brand and let Gargano and the Undisputed Era move up. Yeah, pretty much saying what we're saying.
Yeah, so, I mean, well, Velveteen Dream should be, like, put in the main spot, but he's North American champion. And, I mean, he could lose it to Prince Pretty, so there you go. I feel like we're in this weird lull, but I feel like wrestling is in the weird lull. Yeah. After Mania is weird, always.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah. We go to Kinney from Bristol, a wicked episode of NXT, starting off nicely with the beef with Gargano and Riddle and the Undisputed Era. The chemistry between that group is fire. It's good to see Mansoor get some shine. Do you think there is more confidence in WWE pushing talent from South Asia and the Middle East with the rise of Ali? Yeah, definitely. I find that lately they've just been pushing like different people, and I fucking like love that about wrestling because like. I'm tired of seeing white guys with mullets. Like, I'm done with that in my wrestling.
And I like seeing these Middle Eastern guys as baby faces.
Yeah,
I'm fed up. And when Mustafa Ali first came in, they tried for a couple of weeks with him with the usual I'm a baddie from the Middle East gimmick. Right. And they were like, oh no, this guy is super charismatic. His whole ring style is babyface. Like, they need to do that. It's not the fucking 80s anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Let's grow up.
And especially that's what I just found bizarre with the whole Jinder Mahal reign. Sure, they edited it in India, but if you're trying to have a champion to appease to India, why have him as a heel?
Sure.
Why have him as the foreign heel? Have him as the, like, your big babyface achieving a dream. Like,
sure. But
it makes no sense to me.
Not to them. Not to WWE.
No.
Yeah, that's just not how it works. He says, great to see the return of Prince Pretty to Full Sail. The exchange between him and Dream was sick. The match is going to be great. Do you think there would be other talent from the main roster that would benefit this kind of slot, like Prince Pretty in here? Yeah, people always ask that, but it's like, why, essentially? Like, other than things like this, who would you want to bring in there? Like, people always been like, oh, Dolph Ziggler should come start doing matches in NXT. It's like, no, I don't want to watch that. I'm done with that.
I think one-shots are cool.
Yeah, that's cool, but don't bring people in for, like, things. Like, nah. Like, it's done. He says, Io Shirai in those hot pants. Sorry, Io, but Io over Kyrie, Portman.
Oh.
Damn right. He says, bless up from your boy from the BS5.
That's his postcode.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming. And we have Shugs. So, although it was another great episode of NXT, we all know why I'm here. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly were popping tags with their fresh out of the packet tees again. Even better than this, Roddy liked my tweet about my 40th birthday tee still having its sticker on. 5th member of Undisputed Era, Shugs.
Yes, Shugs, happy birthday. He posted a photo, and someone bought him like a WWE tee, so he's wearing it. And of course, he keeps the sticker on the shirt, just like his boy, Roderick Strong in Undisputed Era. And wouldn't you be darned, Roderick Strong liked the tweet. Roderick Strong wished you a happy birthday by liking that tweet.
Regarding the episode, why did Riddle do a run-in with no shoes? Are we meant to think that he just never wears shoes at all?
Oh.
Hold tight, lads. Peace out. Shugs.
It was because he almost was murdered, Shugs.
It was either wearing one shoe or no shoes.
Yeah, that's how it works. Let's go to our next one. PJ River. Maluta's Codebreaker from the top rope only gets a 2 count. If that's not a finisher, I don't know what is. I highly agree with you. I thought the same thing. I thought Reina Gonzalez was very green and sloppy in her match. I like her, though. She has potential. Also, I'm pleased to see Breeze in NXT.
We have David George from Manila. Hello, besties. It's very rare to see Undisputed Era have an awful tag match. In every episode, they are always great, especially this one. I can sense that Matt Riddle will turn on Johnny Wrestling in the future. I hope his move is unforgettable, but awesome. Good thing they took seriously on the mid-card wrestlers like Mansoor. He has the potential to become a champion soon because of his performance, in my honest opinion. The women's match is good, no questions asked. What's interesting to that is their size stature really makes it a women's division, a women's David versus Goliath. Reina Gonzalez gimmick reminds me of the one from Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Oh, one other thing. Thank you for the Savio Shirai. You are really a guardian angel to them against 3 rascals. Godspeed to the title match at TakeOver. Welcome back, Prince Pretty. I hope you will become a Prince champion once you dethroned Ovaltine Dream for good. No questions for now. I'm very busy this week. Take care for both of you, besties. Winky face.
That's a lot of feedback to be busy. See, he's basically saying...
Well, sorry, guys. Don't even ask me for questions. I've got too much going on right now.
I think he liked Reina versus Candice. I'm in the minority, I guess. I don't know. Let's go to our last one of the day. We have a lot there. Thanks for all the feedback. Let's go to B Detroit. What up, Doe? I was too slow on getting my Pokemon feedback in this week, but I remember being about 9 here in the States. Burger King was giving out a life-size Pokeball with a hard plastic gold Mewtwo, and in 5th grade you had to have this to be cool. Us 90s kids are so lit. Please, guys, do more of our movies. Oh, apparently people like our 90s stuff. What's another 90s movie we should watch? Let us know what you want us to watch. We need some ideas. We need some new retro movie reviews. He continues on to say, NXT was amazing. I can't wait to see Breeze and Dream go at it. And the main event tonight was great. I checked out NXT UK, and Walter versus Dunne 2 was fire, even with the fuck finish. Walter is slowly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers. Side note, sad news, I have to sell my TakeOver ticket. My girlfriend is making me keep my promise to take her to Vegas instead. So that sucks.
You know what you can do? You can break up with her.
Dump her. TakeOver? What are you talking about? You're choosing Vegas over TakeOver? Wait, you're going the same date, I'm assuming, as TakeOver Toronto. What's going on in Vegas that day?
Vegas will always be there.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? I've been looking at Vegas, actually.
Yeah?
Not for wrestling. There's a festival.
Okay.
Somewhere there. I'm looking at it. You want to go?
No.
Oh, okay. So that's feedback this week. Forum.postwrestling.com is where we post it. But postwrestling.com is where we post all of our podcasts, including the Pokemon one, including this very one. You can find us on all our socials. Go rate and review us on any podcast app that you have. Let the world know how you feel about us.
I really don't want the first review that people see is, these guys suck, don't listen to them, which is legit the top review.
This is why you wanted to switch. Okay, so everyone go on the iTunes page for our podcast, the upNXT one, and the reviews where you can like write things about us. Someone wrote, "You suck." don't listen. So you as a listener, you have to go and write your own review and dethrone that comment.
We'll eventually do. Is it Jimmy Kimmel that does mean tweets?
Oh.
We just do mean reviews.
Oh, we could read some mean tweets.
I find them funny. Like, I don't take them to heart, but when people first find the podcast, it's nice if that isn't the first thing they see.
Sure. So, again, go review us on your podcast apps and give us a good rating. We don't ask for much.
Yeah. Just 5 stars, and these guys are cool.
Exactly.
Talk nice about wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. So look for us next week, every Thursday. But next Wednesday night, May 29th, I believe, we will be doing the NXT TakeOver 5-year anniversary watch-along, 9 o'clock Eastern, on our BDE official.
Yeah, find us on BDE official and follow us on there, subscribe, and we will be going live.
Again, but follow us on the socials for everything, for every update about this show. So at the Brady.
And I am at Davie Portman.
So that is all. So take care. Be safe.
Ahoy!
Is that how I usually say it? What do I usually say?
I feel like you missed something. I feel like you normally go,
take care.
Something.
Goodbye.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Ahoy!
There it is. I said it right. Yeah.
Nice.